It's $2.50 US, $3 Canadian, and this is published by Dark Horse Comics. This is based on the Alien movies. You can see an alien called a Xenomorph. Xenomorph is on the cover very well. It's on the cover, looks just like the aliens in the movies. I love the Aliens series, and I haven't read this in a long time, but I remember it being pretty good. Oh, and by the way, I should have mentioned this. If you want to see me review any of these comics during this month, please let me know in the description, and I'll see what I can do. Next is Aliens Genocide, Part 2 of 4. And again, the cover price is $2.50 US, $3.15 Canadian. Hey, did it go up in price? I thought the last one was $3 Canadian. And it's from Dark Horse Comics. Here's another cool cover of this alien, huge alien, picking up what looks like maybe a marine, space marine, I don't know what you call him, but yeah, he's about to, or it is about to do something really bad to that soldier. But it looks like this might be Earth because there's seagulls. Seagull. Alright, here's another comic series based on an awesome movie series. It's Nightmares. Oh, I just noticed it's Nightmares with an S. That's interesting. Nightmares on Elm Street. Guess they had to change the name or something. I don't know why they put an S on there. But it's NIGHTMARES, and this is by Innovation Comics, and it's issue number 1. Cover price is $2.50. It is $2.25 Canadian, and it says right here, not intended for children, in super duper small writing. And there we have the star of the Nightmare on Elm Street series, Freddy Krueger. And he's chasing some poor woman. It looks like they're in London. So maybe this is like a dream where he's Jack the Ripper. But I don't know. Again, this is another one I haven't read in years. I think I'm gonna go review these ones, these Nightmare on Elm Street comics, during this Halloween. Really nice cover. Okay, this is Nightmares on Elm Street, issue number 2 by Innovation. Same cover price, also not intended for children. And there we have Freddy with his glove and the nails, and that looks like Nancy from the series. She was the star of the first one, and she's also in the third. And also A New Nightmare, I think that's what it's called. looks like this woman is with maybe her son or daughter looking in the mirror, but in the mirror she sees it's this, I guess the kid has no skin or whatever, and there's Freddy just yucking it up in the corner there, just loving it. He loves torturing and messing with people. They draw him perfectly, like that's exactly what he looks like in the movies. Okay, this is Freddy's Dead. F R E T T Y apostrophe S T A E A T. The Final Nightmare. It's issue number 1 by Innovation. 250 US and 295 Canadian. Not intended for children. They saved the best for last. So this is based on Nightmare on Elm Street, I think, part 6, which was supposed to be the last one. And it was subtitled Freddy's Dead. And yeah, it says the official movie adaptation. So I think the other comics were just, standalone stories. I don't think they were necessarily following any of the movies. But this one obviously does. So you see a really creepy looking Freddy here. Just an amazing drawing here with his glove, the nails, nail. And the Springwood sign. Welcome to Springwood. Population 15,000 or whatever. And it's scratched out. And somebody wrote Die F. Kruger. Yeah, I definitely think I want to review this one. It wasn't the greatest movie though. Not the greatest end or what was supposed to be the end of the series. I remember really hating it at the time, but I don't know. It's kind of grown on me a little bit. This is Freddy's Dead, issue number 2. Also not intended for children. So, there you see Freddy, and he's turning up the volume on this Thunderquake radio. He tuned to the station called Rock and Roll, and he turned the volume all the way up to past 11, past 12, to volume excruciating. And then here's one of the characters in the movie, and he had a hearing aid, and then Freddy gives him like some super duper hearing aid where he can hear everything, and then he's like, I'm using his nails to scratch a chalkboard, and that's really loud and ear piercing, and he drops a bunch of pins and stuff, and the noise like it's making him go crazy, and then I think his like head explodes or something like that. Also looks like his last claw or nail here is going through his head, but I think that's just a coincidence. Honey Nut Cheerios, Honeybee on it. So obviously I got this in a box of Cheerios. Not sure if it came with glasses. It probably did, and they probably look just like this. I guess I lost them. So here's Freddy, and he says, Freddy Vision, it'll blow your mind. And you see his head exploding there. And you see two victims with copious amounts of blood spurting out, and 3D glasses going flying. And of course, they did this because the actual movie, I think the last 15 to 20 minutes was actually 3D. So in the theater, you can put on your glasses, and the movie was in 3D. I'm not sure how good the effect worked back then. But yeah, that's a pretty cool idea. Okay, switching gears here. This is Ghost Manor. G H O S T M A N O R. Visit Ghost Manor if you dare. And this is by Charlton Group Comics. And it's issue number 65. Cover price is 60 cents. And the cover date was October, UK 20 pence. So there's a scarecrow on the cover, and it looks like a crazy farmer. And he says, "Die, you stinking Weasley old goot. Die, die." This, I think, was the first horror comic of this type that I read. Maybe not including the Freddy one, but I remember coming across this, and I didn't really get it when I was a kid. Like, I was just looking for superhero stuff back then, or characters that I recognized, like Freddy. And when it came about, this is just like a bunch of standalone stories. I didn't really get it, but then it started to grow on me, and then this became one of my favorite comics at the time. But again, I haven't read it in ages, so I don't know if I still agree that it's a good comic, but it kind of started my interest in these type of comics. not 10 years ago, like 5, 6 years ago. So I guess it's a Shaolin cowboy there, and he's fighting all these zombies. And he's in this washroom, and there's all kinds of graffiti all over the place. And a dog who has a hand in his mouth, little chihuahua, and I guess a zombie. Or maybe he's not a zombie because he had a gun apparently. But anyways, I remember this being an interesting comic. Lots of, like, the artwork was really cool. Lots of gore and lots of detail in the gore, but I remember there being pretty much no story in these comics. But it's been a while, so I could be wrong. This is Shaolin Cowboy number 2. And here you can see he's fashioned 2 chainsaws. He's attached them with to the ends of a bamboo pole. So you can imagine how much a Shaolin cowboy, how much damage he could do with a weapon like that. And believe me, he does. Again, they're cool. Even on the cover, you can see the blood detail. It's really cool. Might be worth checking out just for the artwork alone. And this is Shaolin Cowboy number 4. Unfortunately, I missed issue 3. I always seem to miss number 3 for some reason. And there's the Shaolin Cowboy fighting a bunch of zombies on a cliff. And all zombies are naked for some reason. And the zombies are falling off the edge, kind of like something you might see out of 300. I like the idea of somebody using karate against zombies. Or when I say karate, I mean like any kind of martial art against zombies. I think that's kind of a funny concept. Oh, this bag has good crinkling, good crinkle factor. Crinkle factor. Somebody asked for my Q&A video that I'm gonna make. Probably in November I'll release it, but one of the questions somebody left in the comments was, what's my most valuable comic? This isn't it, but it's kind of up there, and the condition's pretty decent. I don't have like super valuable comics, but I think this one, if it's in near me conditions, like worth $45, something like that. But I'll talk about that in the Q&A video. So this is kind of a weird one. Marvel Comics Group, The Tomb of Dracula, the Lord of Vampires against the power cosmic of the Silver Surfer. So it's Silver Surfer versus Dracula. Yeah, so it's kind of funny to see. There's the Silver Surfer blasting at Dracula, and he's saying, "I've got to destroy you, vampire. You're the most deadly horror the earth has ever known. The most shocking story of them all." It is pretty shocking. So this is issue number 50 from November. Cover price is 30 cents. And it says Comic Dome's number 1 Fear magazine. I like this cover. Maybe I'll review this one now as well, if you want me to. This is The Walking Dead. W A L K I N G T E A T. And this is issue number 132, and it's called Happiness. Now, what I was expecting is a story name, and this is by Image Comics. Cover price $2.99. Not too much to say about these covers. They're pretty plain, but I do like the Walking Dead series, the comics and the TV show. But I think I like the TV show better, to be honest. But I'll talk about that another day. This is The Walking Dead number 133 in Bending 2. Cover price $2.99 by Image. You can see a bunch of zombies chasing these guys on the horses. Zombie, 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 zombie. Oh, I should call them walkers, 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 walkers. Actually, does the comic even call them walkers? I know that's what they call them on the show, but I've seen in the comics them refer to them as zombies, so I can't remember. This is The Walking Dead, issue number 134. From whispers to screams. From whispers, 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 whispers to screams. Again, cover price is $2.99 by Image Comics. I don't remember this character or his name. It's been a while since I read this, to be honest, but there he is with a sword. I guess he hacked up all these zombies, and I can't tell if he's smiling like he's proud of what he did, or if he's disgusted rather. This is The Walking Dead, issue number 145, called Blood for Blood. And that's a pretty cool cover. I like that. Simple. You got this sword, samurai sword. Is it called a katana? I'm not sure. But yeah, you got some blood there. Nice, simple cover. It's either gotta be simple or super detailed. I mean, not always, there's other options too. But The Walking Dead, issue number 147, out in the open. And it's just, that looks like Carl, and some other kids, I guess. I can tell it's Carl because his eye's missing. Yeah, cover doesn't really tell you all that much, other than the fact that they're out in the open, just like the title says. This is The reading this. But yeah, it kind of looks like a horror comic, so I'll include it in here. It is Wasteland. W A S T E L A N T. Wasteland. A fantastic book. You can't wait for the next issue. It's from Secret Identity. This is issue number 6 by O.N.I. Press. Never even heard of that. And the story is called Dying Freedom. And they have a website here, thebigwet.com, which I'm not endorsing, but in any way. Okay, now that is an awesome looking cover. I love that level of detail, yet at the same time it's a little bit cartoony. I don't even know how you explain that or what that is called, but it just looks great. So this is Weird War Tales. W E I R T W A R. So it's the mystery and madness of Weird War Tales. Still only 20 cents. Issue number 26 of June. And it is a DC comic. So I don't even know if Weird War Tales is technically a horror comic, but this one is definitely horror themed. Because I mean, you have a skeleton soldier on the cover. This is Welcome to Tranquility. T R A N Q U I L I T Y by Wildstorm, and it's issue number 2, March of '07. I can kind of remember trying to get into this, but for some reason I couldn't. That's all I can really remember about it. I'm not sure why I bought it. I just maybe like the artwork or something. It's a decent cover. Yeah, not much to say on this one. release some of these, maybe all of them this month. But I'll just show you briefly which ones I have. So this is The Walking Dead Volume 1, Days Gone By. This is Volume 2, Miles Behind Us. The Walking Dead Volume 3, Safety Behind Bars. And I should say each issue, I believe, covers 6 issues. Or sorry, each book covers 6 issues of the comic, starting from the beginning. This is The Walking Dead Volume 4, The Heart's Desire, Desire, Desire. The Walking Dead issue number Volume 5, The Best Defense. Defense, defense. The Walking Dead Volume 6, This Sorrowful, I was gonna say This Sorrowful Wife, This Sorrowful Life. The Walking Dead Volume 7, The Calm Before. Before what? Before what? Oh, tell me. The Walking Dead. Okay, now I skipped quite a few volumes, but this is volume number 21, All Out War, Part 2. War. Okay, that's what, those are the comics that I've never shown, or the horror comics that I haven't shown you guys yet, but I did already in my previous comic book collection videos show you some, so I'll just quickly review those now. Just because I'm a completionist. Army of Darkness. Ash and the Army of Darkness, number 1, by Dynamite. Ash and the Army of Darkness, issue number 2. Ash and the Army of Darkness, issue number 4. Once again, I missed issue number 3. Army of Darkness versus Hack and Slash, issue number 6, also by Dynamite. Oh, my stomach just made noise a few seconds ago. Hope you didn't hear that. pretty sure I have it somewhere, so, and if I do, maybe I'll review this series this Halloween season. This is Fear, issue number 9. Which becomes Adventure into Fear with the Man-Thing, issue number 16. Adventures into Fear with the Man-Thing, issue number 17. Adventure into Fear with the Man Called Morbius, the Living Vampire, issue number 30. Ghosts by DC Comics, and this is issue number 7. Ghosts, issue number 15. Ghosts, issue number 26. Ghostly Tales from Charlton Comics Group, issue number. Where's the issue number? Oh, there it is. 140. Oh, that must have been a long running series. Ghostbusters Mass Hysteria Part 1, issue number 13 by IDW. The Haunt of Fear, issue number 23 by EC Comics. The House of Mystery presents I, Vampire, issue number 319 by DC. The House of Secrets by DC, issue number 141. Mars Attacks Judge Dredd, issue number 1 by IDW. Mars Attacks Judge Dredd, issue number 2, also by IDW, of course. The House of Mystery, issue number 278 by DC Comics. And Monsters on the Prowl, issue number 28. And that is by Marvel Comics. I think this is the only Marvel comic I have in this whole episode. Actually, no, it's not true. I had some other ones. And finally, I almost forgot about this one. It's ASMR Retro. Today I'm continuing my comic book collection videos. I believe this is episode 7. But it's getting hard to keep track of these numbers. And this particular batch of comics, I don't remember all that much. It's been a long time since I've read these, so this might be a short video. But I can still comment on the covers. And by the way, I am eating my Jolly Rancher candies, for those who like that. Alright, anyways, let's get started here. The first comic is The Nem. N-A-M. The Nem by Marvel Comics. This is issue number 2, January. It cost 75 cents. UK 40 pence, and in Canada 95 cents. And the price on the sides, the date on the side says 1986. And then there's good old Spidey. So this is, I guess, just about the Vietnam War. If I remember correctly, I can't remember if there's specific characters like that continue on issue by issue, or if it's just like a collection of random stories that take place in Vietnam. I can't really remember. Not the greatest cover in the world, but I mean, the artwork's just alright. But at least there's a lot of action on the cover. Next up is The Nem, issue number 30. Once again by Marvel Comics. But now the cover price is $1.50 US, $2 Canadian, and 50 pence in the UK. And now the year on the side is 1989. It was much better cover art this time around. Much better artwork. There's also quite a bit of DC Comics in this particular batch. That's probably another reason why I don't have that much to say this time around, because as I said before, I'm not really a DC guy, and I don't know too much about DC Comics and characters. Like this one, the new Guardians. G-U-A-R-T-I-N-S, the new Guardians by DC Comics. I don't know what this is. It says new format up here. I don't know what that means. And this is issue number 6. And underneath that it says holiday. Like what? What does that mean? It's $125, I guess US, $175 Canadian, and 70 pence UK. The Invasion First Strike Extra. Death in the Sky. Pretty decent cover. Looks like some pretty cataclysmic event is going on. you see anyone in this particular batch of comics, let me know. Like if you think any of these comics would be a good for a review. For example, the new Teen Titans T I T A N S. Other Titans. I wonder if they're related to Thanos. So, this is issue number 30, April. Cover price is 60 cents. UK 25 pence. Canada 75 cents. And there's 1, 2, 3 stars. If that means anything. So like I said, DC Comics and this, I don't know, are the Teen Titans popular or the new Teen Titans? Because I have 3 consecutive issues of this, which you're about to see. So maybe this would be a good option. Pretty, really nice artwork on the cover. I have to admit that. And I recognize him. That's Robin. I recognize him, but I forget his name. And there's a green koala bear too. Now I'm getting curious. Terra joins the Titans, so I guess that's Terra. So this is issue 31 of the new Teen Titans. Cover price still 60 cents. UK 25 pence. Canada 75 cents. Number 31, like I said, in May. DC Comics. And it says on top, Raven Berserk. So I'm guessing that's Raven. And she's going berserk. It looks like she just beat the snot out of a bunch of people. DC, where the action is. And this is the new Teen Titans issue 32. Again, obviously, by DC Comics. This is a cool cover, lots of action. This studio looks pretty powerful. Nice battle scene going on. I guess it takes place in St. Louis, because it has, what do you call that thing? St. Louis thingy. And this is a cool title, Between Thunder and Lightning. That's really cool. So yeah, let me know. I have these 3 consecutive issues. If that's a DC comic or a set of comics worth reviewing. Actually, maybe I can also add this one. This is an annual, so I don't know. It looks like, I'm not sure if it takes place, at the same time as that other issue or the 3 other issues. So I don't know if it makes sense to add this to the review of those 3 books. But it's annual Tales of the Teen Titans. Hey, this one doesn't say New Teen Titans. I don't know. So it's again by DC. it signed myself. I just noticed that there was a signature on it when I bought it. I don't know where I bought it, probably at a used bookstore. And it looks like the name says, yeah, it's probably Marv Wolfman. So I don't know if he's famous or well known in the comic book industry or what, but it's pretty cool that it's signed. I think that's the only comic book that I have a signature on. But then again, I can verify if it's real. But it's probably real. And before I get to this one, I need another Jolly Rancher. Get a watermelon this time. That's better. Now I can concentrate. Need that extra sugar boost. Okay, here we have another DC comic, Night Force, N I G H T F O R C E. To save mankind, they became the Night Force. This is issue number 1, August, 60 cents, 20 pence in the UK. Hey, what about the Canadian price? I guess it's free in Canada. And again, there's 1, 2, 3 stars. 3 stars, why not 4? So it says here, first issue, spectacular. Together again, Marv Wolfman. Oh, there's Marv Wolfman again. Maybe he is famous. And Gene Collin. Together again, at last. And it kind of looks like, what do you call it? A Doctor Strange type comic with like mystical powers and stuff like that. The pentagram. And this lady on fire. And this guy with the trench coat freaking out. This guy dressed in green. Could be interesting. Okay, back to the world of Marvel. N O V A Nova, issue number 29. This is by Marvel, as I already said. This is a little cartoony version of Captain America. I guess it's an advertising for Superhero Squad show cartoon, which I never heard of. And the cover price was $2.99 US. Rated T+. And there's Nova, I guess, and he's shooting. And he's got a sword. And there's the bird. Oh, and it says, Monarch, Starstalker, returns to hunt. Starstalker, Starstalker. It's a good trigger word. Wow, I'm getting through this really quick. It's gonna be a really short video. CC number 02333. Very important, make sure you write that down. And it says Marvel's sensational new superhero battles the mightiest mad monster of all. So here you have the Hulk just smashing through a window, I guess, or the side of a building. And this is Omega, I suppose. And he's just freaking out. And he's blasting at the Hulk, getting close to his nether regions there, but really having no effect on Hulk whatsoever. Enter the Incredible Hulk. Slaughter on 9th Avenue. That's a cool cover. I like it. I like the older art style, as I've said many times. There's a nice amount of detail. Classic stuff. Okay, this is interesting because I was just someone left a comment today that their favorite character was Wolverine, and I told them I had planned to review a Wolverine comic. And I was thinking of reviewing these, and it just happened to come up today because I'm just kind of going in order here. But so this is Origin 2, I guess. From what I don't remember too much about it, but it's like one of the origin stories, I guess, of Wolverine, and it's a 4-part series, and I have each issue, so I'm like, okay, this could be a good choice to review. But I remember there might be something controversial about this, or something that people didn't like, including myself, but I can't remember exactly. Like, maybe they changed the history a little bit, or I don't know. I can't really remember, but let me know, you Wolverine fans, and particularly the YouTube user who, I can't remember your name, but who suggested or wanted to see a Wolverine review. Let me know if this is a good choice. I also have this other Wolverine comic, I think, and it has like a history, an overview of, it's not like a story, it's just an overview of Wolverine's life, or his history kind of thing, which is also really cool. So that would be a good choice as well. But let me know what you think of this, if you think I should review it. Origin 2. This is a cool cover. Not sure how cool it looks on camera, but got his tooth claws coming out. You can really see all the blood and the claws ripping through. You can imagine how much that must hurt Wolverine. You see all these wolves in the background, but it kind of has like a 3D effect because it looks like there's a clear, the front page with the claws clear, so it's popping up a bit. I know that's hard to explain, but it looks cool. And it's by Marvel Comics, and issue number 1, and there's no cover price. So I stole it. No, I'm kidding. Here's Origin number 2 issue. So Origin 2 issue number 2, the bonus digital edition. And now we have the cover price is $3.99 US. Another cool cover. That's obviously a close-up of Sabretooth's face. You see blood dripping from his teeth and whatnot. Doesn't really tell you anything about the issue though. Well, maybe it tells you that Sabretooth is in it, I would assume, but that's about it. because somebody has two knives and somebody has a gun. And a knife up here too. So it looks like a pretty rough situation he finds himself in. Wonder if he makes it out. Oh, and you can see him getting stabbed too. Dang, it's pretty rough. Switching gears now to the Wild West days. This is Outlaws of the West. O U T L A W S O F T H E W E S T. Outlaws of the West by CDC. And cover price was 10 cents. November. Don't miss a gun in his hand, rustlers, roundup, and many more. So these comics are typically just a collection of stories. It's not like one long continuous story each issue that revolve around the main character. It's like each story is different characters. Standalone one-shot stories. But I love these covers. It's old art style. It's fascinating. This guy's like a draw wolf. This is Payday. There's an old dead dude on the floor. So I don't know who's the good guy, who's the bad guy here. That's why you gotta read it to find out. Here we have another Outlaws of the West. Where's the issue number here? I don't really see the issue number. That's just covered by this price tag there. But this one is featuring the true story of Jesse James. Cover price is 12 cents, so this must be a later issue. And there's poor old Jesse James being shot at. Pow, pow, ping. Wherever he rode, they remembered Jesse James. Is this the first appearance of Jesse James in a comic? I don't know. Probably not. Okay, back to DC Comics now. Here's a classic. Plastic Man. Classic plastic. Classic plastic. B L A S T I C M A N. Plastic Man. issue of Plop. Still, only 20 cents. Oh, that's good. Again, by DC Comics. It got cut off here, but it looks like it says issue number 6. Does that make sense? What was the other issue? Yeah, the other issue was 3. So this is probably issue 6 from August. And it has this really weird looking girl on the cover with the big belly and creator's belly button. And the brain is exposed here and something, I don't know what that is like. Is that like she flipped her lid, I guess? I don't know. And of course she says, "Fly me, I'm Josephine." What does that mean? Tell me, please. Anyway, on that weird final note, this is the end of this issue. Or end of this episode, I should say. I hope you enjoyed looking at these weird and wacky comic books and found it relaxing. Anyway, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. ASMR Retro Forever. Welcome back to another ASMR Retro. This is part 8 of my comic book collections video series. And I hope you enjoy it, and I will be like the Punisher, because there's quite a few Punisher comics. So we'll just dive right in here then. The first issue I want to show you is called The Punisher War Journal. PUNISHER The Punisher War Journal. Guest starring Daredevil. It's Daredevil right there. So this is issue number 3 from the February. The copyright date here is 1988 from Marvel Comics. The cover price is $1.50 US, $2 Canadian, and UK it's 50 pence. So you can see on the cover, there's the Punisher. Punisher's right there. I don't remember who this guy is. And he's elbowing the Punisher right in the face. It kind of looks like he's doing a Stone Cold Stunner from a weird angle. And there's some dude up here, out the window, probably saying, "Hey guys, keep it down, I'm trying to take a nap over here." So yeah, like usual, I read this years ago, and honestly I don't remember anything about it. I do remember reading it though, and I remember thinking these Punisher comics are pretty cool, and I always liked the Punisher since I was a kid. Not one of my favorites, but enjoyable character. And yeah, pretty good cover for this issue. Punisher, of course, is, I guess you can say, a hero, but he's a vigilante, so he takes justice into his own hands. And he solves most of his, not solves, but he takes care of injustice, I guess, usually with his guns, and I guess sometimes uses knives too. And as far as I know, he doesn't have any superpowers, which makes him kind of unique in the Marvel world. I'm sure there's other characters that don't have superpowers, but yeah, he's just out for vengeance, kind of like Batman in a way, that he doesn't have powers. But he's not a scientist as far as I know. I could be wrong, I don't know too much about his backstory. stand a chance against Wolverine, even with his guns, but I don't know. Maybe he found a way to fight him, and it's weird that Wolverine is wearing a cape. Looks like he's wearing a green cape. That's not his usual style. Maybe he was trying something new, trying to set a new fashion trend. Trying to bring back the cape. The Punisher War Journal, issue number 12. Published in December. Looks like the date says 1989. Really tiny date in the corner. By Marvel Comics. Cover price is $150 US, $2 Canadian, and UK is 60 pence. And up in the corner there it says Acts of Vengeance. Guess that was the storyline they had going. And it says art imitates. And sorry broskies, I had to sneeze. I cut it out though, so don't worry. So yeah, it says art imitates, and then life is scratched out, and it says death, and like scratchy letters. Death. And it was written by Bushwhacker, so this is Bushwhacker. And actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in my last comic book cards, like the collectible cards video, I reviewed his card, but I could be wrong. And looks like he has a gun for a hand. It's kind of creepy to see a flesh-colored gun. And there's our main man, the Punisher. Pretty action-packed cover, not bad. Looks like a G.I. Joe cover though. Okay. What's next on the Punisher agenda? So the Punisher War Journal, issue 13, mid-December. And the cover price is $150 US again, That's a decent cover. Again, action-packed, and again, looks like a G.I. Joe cover. Okay, this is The Punisher, issue number 28, mid-December 1989, Marvel Comics, and it is $1 US, 125 Canadian, and UK is 60 pence. And it is part of the Acts of Vengeance storyline, like the War Journal issue. And there's the Punisher looking a little confused. And why is he confused? Because there is a bunch of Dr. Dooms around him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dooms surrounded by Doom. D O O M. And I'm not talking about the video game. And there's Spidey in the what do you call this thing here? Barcode thingy. Okay, looks like I screwed up the ordering of this because now we go back to Punisher War Journal. So, my bad. So, this is the Punisher War Journal, the Sicilian Saga, part 3 of 3. And it is issue number 27 from February. Cover price $175 US, $225 Canadian, and sorry, UK is 60 pence. And you can see the Punisher skull draped in. Well, that's blood, but it's like the Italian flag colors. And it says this issue, a new concept in air traffic control. So it looks like he's in an airport. Those are scared passengers. And he's got a gun. Not a bad cover. Looks a little bit off. Punisher War Journal, issue number 29. And here, he's fighting Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider, also known as Nicolas Cage. I still can't believe that, but... And it says flesh and bone. So yeah, once again, it's $175 US, $225 Canadian. Oh, and the UK price jumped to 85 pence. I'm not a big fan of this art style. It's not my favorite art style, but I guess it depends on which character, which comic book it's for. Okay, now this is the Punisher War Journal, issue number 30, and Ghost Rider and Punisher back to back. So saw this and I'm like, okay, this looks so weird, I have to buy it. So this, all I know about this is that it's called Paladin. P A L A D I N. And the issue is, I don't know. The cover price is, I don't know. And the publisher is, I don't know. And yeah, I don't know anything about this. There's no information on the cover. And you can see a sketched drawing of somebody, and the fingers seem to be all broken, and they actually remind me of Palpatine's fingers in the latest Star Wars movie, Episode 9. Before he regenerated, his fingers were really kind of, I don't know, injured or not fully formed or something. And the weird thing about this comic is, so I bought it, I took it home, and then, to my surprise, there's some kind of error the way they assembled it, because some of the pages were like stuck together, like they stapled it wrong or something. I don't even know how to explain it. Like they put in the page backwards and stapled it, or upside down or something like that. So I literally can't read most of this comic unless I, rip apart the pages, which I don't want to do. But so I can't even tell you, even if I did remember what it was about. I couldn't tell you because, well, there was no way for me to actually read the thing. So that kind of makes it unique. In a different kind of way, so interesting thing to have in my collection. Okay, now changing gears quite a bit to Porky Pig. P O R K Y P I G, and the cover price is 10 cents. July, August. There's no year on the cover, but it's published by Adele. Now, this is the type of cover that really makes you think, and really, it's very complex, and there's a lot of, really, a lot of subtext and a lot of things that really go into like the character development and the story and all that stuff. It's a work of art, really. But I'll try to explain it, what's happening here. So this is Porky Pig, and the pickaxe indicates that he's using it to climb the mountain. And here's his climbing buddy, this other pig. I'm not sure what his name is. Maybe it's his son. And he also has a pickaxe, but he's not using it to climb like Porky is. He has it in his backpack and also tied a rope around him. And you can see his feet are off the ground, so therefore we can only conclude that Porky Pig is doing all the work. And he's looking back in shock. Maybe it's disgust, maybe it's anger, but he doesn't look too happy, whatever that expression is. So yeah, seems like an interesting concept, and I couldn't help but buy this issue because I really had to find out how this amazing storyline plays out. Oh, and based on the price, 10 cents, this has got to be pretty old. I mean, I'll look it up after, but because in one of my previous videos where I did the most, I think, valuable comics that I have, I noticed the Mickey Mouse comic. I think it was Mickey Mouse, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Mickey Mouse, and it was from 1955. And I thought, oh, why don't I do another video of my oldest comics, top 10 oldest comics? And yeah, this one may be in the top 10, or maybe this is the oldest. I'm not sure. It'll probably be up there though. this is Power Pack. P O W E R P A C K, and it is issue number 11, issue 11 from June, and the date looks like 1985. 1985. Year Back to the Future came out and takes place in. And the cover price is 65 cents and 75 cents in Canada, and in the UK it's 30 pence. So from what I remember from this comic, it's basically like these kid superheroes, and they form a group called Power Pack, I guess. And you have this guy, it looks like he's a smoke. He has smoke powers. Looks like electrical girl. I don't know, rainbow girl. She can fly, I guess. I don't know. And I'm not sure what his power is. Can't really tell from the cover. And like I said, I don't really remember the details or really anything about it. Looks like they're in a sewer or something with a bunch of eyes staring at them. Eyes, 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 eyes. Next up is Power Pack, issue number 12 from July. Cover price once again is 65 cents, UK 30 pence, and Canada is 75 cents. Again published by Marvel Comics. And this one is guest starring Kitty Pryde and Nightcrawler of the X-Men. X-M So I guess they came to help out the Power Pack against these villains. And actually this guy and this one here looks familiar, but I don't remember who they are. Maybe I just know them from this comic. But yeah, that's cool that the X-Men get involved to help out. Next up is Power Pack, issue number 17 from December. Again, the cover price is 65 cents US, UK is 30 pence, and Canadian is 75 cents. And you can see that one of the Power Pack kids is in trouble. Looks like he's been caught by this lizard that looks like the lizard from the Spider-Man comics. Dr. Richard Connors, I believe his name is. I hope he's gonna be alright. soldier, and there's two FBI agents with their guns drawn. And one of them says, "This is the FBI. You're under arrest." And you can see a little badge in his other hand, and he looks pretty worried. So I feel bad for the guy. And it says, adapted by Tony Tallarico. Oh, that's interesting. Tony Tallarico. Doesn't he do music for video games? I'm sure it's not the same guy, but that's pretty interesting. Just happens to have the same name. Yeah, cool. So yeah, this is just one of those things that I saw and I had to buy, knowing that the story probably wouldn't be all that good, but actually the artwork on the cover is quite nice. I like that. Alright, so that does it for this episode of my comic book collection series. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I was able to help you relax. And if it did, please like the video, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And that'll do it for me today. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. ASMR Retro Forever. Hello and welcome to another ASMR Retro. Today I'll be looking at my comic book collection. This is episode 9 of the series. If you're new to the channel, I'll just be showing my comic books one by one and just rambling and commenting on various things. I don't remember most of what I did read all these issues, but I don't remember exactly what happens. Sometimes I don't remember anything about them at all. So don't take it too seriously. It's just for relaxation. And as always, please like, subscribe, and comment. Alright, let's get started. First issue for today is Simpsons Comics. S I M P S O N S, and that's by Bongo Comics. This is issue number 211, and the cover price was $2.95. I guess that's US dollars, and it's woohoo 25 years. So I guess it was The Simpsons 25th anniversary. So I could probably figure out what year this was if you knew when it started. But anyways, and let's see. So I like these Simpsons comics. They're actually pretty funny. I haven't picked one up in a while, but I started to like the comics more than I liked the later issues, later episodes of the show. And let's see if I can name everybody on this cover. I don't think I can. Let's see. So that's Maggie, Ned Flanders, Homer Simpson, Apu, Marge, Moe, Bumblebee Van. I don't remember her name. That was the bully. It's like Brenda or Luann or Lee. I don't know. I'll just call it Brenda. It's probably not right. Bart, Professor Frank, Nelson. Looks like Krusty's in the corner there. Ralph Wiggum, Terry Sherry. I think that's Lewis. That's Hans Moleman. Lisa, if I didn't say her already. Helen Lovejoy. Milhouse Van Houten. Milhouse Mussolini Van Houten, to be complete. I think that's Baby Gerald. And the Capital City Goofball, I think. Oh, and that's either Kodos or Gang. Oh, they're both. No, yeah, just Kodos. So I think I got more or less most of them. So again, I guess this is the era where the cover doesn't really tell you anything about the issue, so you can't really tell what this issue's about. But nice cover though. I like it. Crinkle. Alright, let's get to the second one. It's Simpsons Summer Shindig. And it is issue number 8. So this is different than the Simpsons comic. What do you call it? Title. This is its own title. And here we see, oh yeah, once again, 25th anniversary. I probably bought these two issues on the same day. And here you see a situation where there's Lisa and Maggie, and they have their own lemonade stand, 50 cents, reasonable price. And of course, Homer is a little out of luck with his money. Doesn't have the money, which is indicated by him pulling out the inside of his pockets, and he's sweating because it's hot. And the other townspeople and Bart are kind of upset because it looks like a hot day, and they want lemonade too. So I like how the cover tells a little story. I don't know if that's what the issue is actually about, but nice to have some meaning on the cover. And there's Bart, Martin, Edna Krabappel, something Skinner. Not Seymour Skinner's mother is Edna. No, that's Edna. Oh my gosh, what's her name? Oh, it's driving me nuts. I'll get back to that one anyways. And that's Otto. Gladys Skinner, is that what it is? I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head now. I'm having an off day. Anyways, another nice cover there. So, this is Bart Simpson comic, because he has his own comic. And technically this shouldn't be with the S comics, but I just figured I'd just keep them together. And Bongo Comics, number 73, and $2.99. Looks like I bought it for $1.99. $1.99 Canadian, so I got a very good deal on that. Obviously it was used. And here we see Bart Simpson. He has a book that says 1,000 Classic Pranks. And he's just whistling, walking down the hallway at school very casually. And we see Seymour Skinner with a bucket of water pouring on his head. And Krabappel's teacher walking, and she's eating an apple with a worm coming out of it, and she's disgusted. And Martin Prince opening a can of mixed nuts, and these things fly out of it, scaring him pretty good. So, typical prankster Bart. And it looks like, I guess the fire alarm is playing music. That was another one of his pranks, I guess. So another pretty damn hilarious cover. Another cover that tells a little storyline, which I dig. I totally dig. So yeah, I can't wait to read. I've read them, but I'll probably maybe review some of those. Okay, changing course a little bit. This is Razzle, I guess you say. I don't know much about this. I don't even really remember reading this, although I'm pretty sure I did. So it's massive R, massive A, massive S, massive L, number 15 by Jeff Smith. And there's some dude there. It looks like he's been beat up. His clothes are all ripped, and he has a tattoo named Maya. So again, I don't know if that's a wrestle, like wrestle or wrestling, if it has anything to do with wrestling. I don't know. I don't remember. But for some reason it has a kind of an anime vibe, which it doesn't look like it's necessarily anime art style, but it looks like there's some anime influence in there. But again, I don't know. I do know that this is the last issue. There was 15 issues, and this is the last one. That's about all I know of it. The cover is alright. I like the title, how that's done, but the artwork is just could be better. Now we have Richie Rich, R, I with a diamond, C, H, I with a diamond, E, R, I with a diamond bling, C, H, because when you're that rich, you spell your letters with diamonds. Now every month, the poor little rich boy, oh poor boy, Richie Rich standing on a pile of cash, and it is from RV World Comics. This is issue number 197. $1.57. Cover price was 50 cents US, I'm guessing. And okay, it says Richie Rich, poor little rich boy on the side there. And let's look at the situation here. So here we have Richie Rich sitting down for some breakfast, it looks like. And it's a stack of pancakes. And he's pouring on the syrup. And he just happens to notice that the syrup looks like it pours in the shape of a money sign. It's spilling over the sides there, so I'm getting kind of hungry actually just looking at that. And Richie Rich notices and says, "Golly, my pancakes are cash cakes." So even his food is money. He's got so much money, just boasting about it. And it says extra special Richie versus Villains Incorporated. And of course, every time I see Richie Rich, I can't help but think of the movie, which Richie Rich was played by the legendary Macaulay Culkin. Not too much to say about that cover. Nice cartoony looking cover. Okay, well, I think this is the first Marvel comic of today, but this is the Ringo Kid. RINGOKIT by Marvel Comics, and it is issue number 29 for the month of September. I don't know the year. It is 30 cents, and there's a random number on here that says 02485. Very important number there. You should write that down for some reason. And yeah, so let's look at the scene on this cover. So I guess that's a cowboy busting through this glass here. And these look like bank robbers. And cowboy says, "You bank bustin' owl hoods covered every entrance except this one." So breaks into the glass like Batman and shoots the gun out of his hand. And it says, "The deadliest gun in the West, alone against the Scar Parsons gang." So it's a pretty action-packed cover. I love the artwork from back in the day. It's just something about it. Very well done. Okay, this might be a short issue here. Didn't grab as many comics as maybe I should have, but anyways, we'll keep going. This is ROM Space Knight. ROM Space Knight. And I guess they got that term from computers like CD-ROM or read-only memory, but I'm not certain. It looks like a robot. His head looks like a toaster. And he's blasting some big spider creature, it looks like. And this is issue number 59, and it is 75 cents US. Random number 02323. 02323. Very important. And if I didn't say it, this is by Marvel Comics. And here it says Microbe Menace. So I guess they shrunk down really small. And this is like, I don't know, bacteria or a virus. Maybe it's the, well, I won't say it, but anywho, there it is. And I can't remember anything about this, but every time I see a ROM Space Knight, I'm reminded of The Simpsons, of course. Everything reminds me of The Simpsons, but it was either an episode or one of the comics. Two people were betting on something, or it was like a competition or something. And whoever, I think it was a comic book guy and maybe Otto or something, and it was like, whoever loses this has to have ROM Space Knight tattooed on their forehead forever. So that's kind of funny. I don't know why they picked on ROM Space Knight. There's nothing wrong with it, I guess, but I always thought it was something pretty funny. this is another Space Knight, 75 cents, issue 62. And I like this cover. Actually, it's pretty cool. So you see the Space Knight over there, and you see this sweaty dude holding binoculars. You see like so many wrinkles on his forehead and beads of sweat, 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 sweat. And he's looking at a scene here of some demon-looking creature, and it looks like a Doom video game, with like imps attacking everybody. So some hellacious, whatever, scene going on here. So I like that cover a lot, actually. I'm not sure who this guy is, but still cool-looking cover. Just seeing this guy's forehead tells you a lot about what's going on in his mind, how tense the situation is, and of course, Space Knight's looking as cool as cucumber. It's a brilliant juxtaposition. And for some reason, I have another Space Knight. Let's compare, because if I see a difference right off the bat, it's like one of those kids' exercises where you have to spot the differences. How many can you notice? I noticed that and I just noticed this now, so I didn't pre-plan this, but what do you call this thing? Is different. Scanning thingamajigger. This one has the spidey face. This one has the barcode. And the other thing I noticed is that this thing is different. So, this one is 60 cents. This one's 75 cents. And then, of course, this whole area is different. This one doesn't have the approved by the comic code, blah 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 crap. And this one has the Canadian price of 75 cents. So the Canadian price matches the US price in this one. And the UK price of 30, not pounds, but pence. I'll make that mistake again. So yeah, I don't know if there's any other differences. That's probably really only it. Yeah, cool. I don't know if one's worth more than the other. I don't know. Probably not. Probably neither of them are worth much. So now we switch to Savage Red Sonja, REDSONJA, Queen of the Frozen Wastes. And this is Dynamite Entertainment, and it's issue number 3. And the price was $3.50. And so you can see Savage Red Sonja fighting some snow monster. Looks like the monster in the beginning of, what is it, Return of the Jedi? Not Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, that's it. That gets Luke in that cave. But anyway, she has a sword. I don't know if it's supposed to be broken or what, but looks like she's about to stab the dude. The little snow dude. No, he's not so little, but... So I guess she's part of the Conan universe. I remember there's Red Sonja movies, and Arnold was in them. Well, she was this, it was about Red Sonja, but Arnold had a few cameos in the movie, and I guess you can call them cameos, because he was playing in his Conan character, which, by the way, the Arnold Conan movies are awesome, but yeah, that's that. I didn't like the Red Sonja movies all that much. They're kind of noticeably lower budget than the Arnold Conan movies. Not that low budget automatically means the movie's bad, but it was low budget in a bad way. Put it that way. Actually, I don't know if there was more than one Red Sonja movie or if it was just one. But I know at least one exists. So anyway, so this is Walt Disney Scamp SCAMP Scamp, and I don't see an issue number on here. Some of these older comics didn't have issue numbers on the cover, although it's probably on the inside page. And if I didn't say it already, the cover price was 20 cents, and I paid $3.99 apparently. And it's by Gold Key and random number 902 Sensational Spooderman. No, it's Spider-Man. It's a pretty cool cover, actually. So it's issue number 35, and it's by Marvel Comics, back in black. It's very rare in my comic book collection that you'll see a .com, Marvel.com, or whatever, any kind of website on the cover, because usually the comics I've collected are way before the days of the internet. But, yeah, and I can't remember the storyline of the sensational title. Like, is this... I'll have to refresh my memory later, but I can't remember if this is actually Peter Parker, or one of his clones, or Dr. Octopus, or... Because in one title, I think it's Dr. Octopus somehow goes in Peter's body, or I don't know, but the cover's nice. That's all I can really tell by looking at the cover, obviously. So there's Spider-Man hanging upside down, swinging through the air, and it's just webs are flying all over the place. And there's this little spider. Can't tell if that's a mechanical spider. It's supposed to be a real spider, but and he's in his black costume. Pretty cool cover. I'm usually pretty critical of the newer. I mean, I don't know what. Oh, let me see. $2.99 US and $3.75 Canadian. Important to know that. But yeah, I'm usually critical of the newer art style. Not critical, I mean, it's just not my thing. Oh, I just noticed something. That's cool. So in the reflection of the glass, you see Spider-Man, but he's wearing his classic blue and red costume. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Nice little subtle detail, you know. Good stuff, good stuff. Good stuff, Spooderman. Okay. This is Shade, the Changing Man. As each... Oh, by the way, before I move on, I don't want to forget, I do have a lot more Spider-Man comics coming up. Actually, the next comic book series video, comic book collection series, there should be a lot of Spider-Man issues in that one. Should be all Spider-Man, so look forward to that. Or stay tuned for that, I guess I should say. Anyways, so SHADETHECHANGINGMAN, and it's Shade the Changing Man, number 8, and it's from September, and the price is 35 cents. I apparently bought it for $2.99, and it's by DC Comics. And so let's look at this cover here. I guess that's Shade there. Just, I don't know what's happening to him. Looks like something bad though. His eyes like popping out. So this glowy stuff around him. Doesn't look too happy. Looks like he's throwing some shade. Get it? That didn't make sense, but... And then, so you have all these flying saucer looking things, kind of look like frogs. And this guy, and you're saying, we have the traitors trapped in the presidential palace. And this Xavier scientist looking dude says, we're completely surrounded and Shade is helpless. So that's a pretty cool cover. I like it. Pretty tense situation. Tells you what's going on in the comic, other than not knowing what the hell is happening to Shade, but that's okay. You gotta have some mystery on the cover as well. So that's good. Good cover. Serves its purpose. So this is a much more modern Shade the Changing Man. And so it is number 17. I'm guessing like volume 2 or 3, who knows. Oh, it's not even that modern. Wow, this is from 1991. It looks like it's much more modern than that, but and US it's number 17 US. It's on 175. Canada, it's 225, and UK, it's £1. November 1991, like I said, suggested for mature readers. And it says, mine eyes have screamed the glory. I don't know what that means, but, and I guess that's shade. He's doing some kind of cannonball or something. He has these funky shoes, kind of dressed like a clown. And then you have this skeleton dude with the Uncle Sam hat, and he's got all these eyeballs popping out, and these, looks like his hands are eyeballs with all these little eyeballs on them. Pretty kind of disgusting, but kind of cool. Pretty cool cover. It has a vibe of Hellblazer. What do you think? Kind of has that kind of vibe to it. Maybe I'll check that out again. And then these ones, I've showed these ones before in my Halloween. Oh, these aren't even in order. That's great, Retro. Hold on a second. Okay. These are, I won't talk about it much because I talked about it in my Halloween Comics edition, but the Shaolin Cowboy, #1, by Dark Horse Comics, and still 399 cents. Nice detailed cover. Got some gore, but not too much. You got this little dog carrying away some zombies, and so yeah, from what I remember, it's about zombies. It's nice and gory and really cool artwork, but there was really pretty much no storyline whatsoever, which is okay sometimes. Sometimes you don't want or need a storyline. And here's issue #2. You got the Shaolin Cowboy. Looks like he's jumping off this rock, and he has his 2 chainsaws stuck to the ends of a bamboo pole. So there's like about 1 billion zombies like over here somewhere, and he's just hacking them to bits. So that's a pretty cool cover, actually. And Shaolin Cowboy #4. I'm missing issue #3. I don't think I ever bought it, and he's just using his martial arts on all these zombies, and a bunch of them are falling off the cliff, so that's actually pretty cool. Very nice artwork. I can't remember if this one's in black and white or not. I mean, this is a series. Alright. I wish I had all the parts, part 3 as well, then I could review it during October, but okay, a few more left here. This is the solution. Not the situation, the solution. S-O with no hole. L-U-T-I-O with a hole. N. And it says Ultraverse. I don't know what that means. And this is by Malibu Comics. And it is issue #10. Hopefully these are in order. And it is $1.95 US, $2 Canadian, something like that. It's so small. Yeah, it looks like it's $2 Canadian. And I don't remember anything about this, to be honest. And there's some kind of monster on the cover. Some kind of girl. Looks like she has a robotical arm. And that's all I can really say. Not the best. I mean, it's not a bad cover, but the artwork is a little bit, yeah. Looks a little bit amateurish for some reason. I mean, I don't know, I shouldn't say amateurish. It's just not an art style I'm used to seeing on comic book covers, I guess. I'll put it that way. Then here is Ultraverse, the solution, issue #15. And this is a much better cover in terms of the art style that I like. And got that girl. I don't know if she's the solution or what, but then you got this guy. He kind of looks like Goro from Mortal Kombat, but he only has 2 arms. And he's got her by the head and this massive sword. So looks like she's in a rough situation there. Pretty cool cover. I like it. You got the flames coming out here and stuff. Good stuff. And while got some chest on chest action. I'll just put it that way. So very detailed cover. I'll admit that much. And check out the earrings on her. Could stab somebody with those things. So yeah, I have no idea what these solution comics are about, but some of them have pretty cool looking covers. So anyway, that was the last issue for today, and like I said, stay tuned for the next comic book collection video. You don't want to miss that one because it's going to be a Spider-Man extravaganza. So definitely tune in for that. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, take care. Bye-bye. ASMR Retro Forever. Hey guys, welcome back to ASMR Retro. Today I'm going to show you some of my Web of Spider-Man collection. I've already did some videos where I showed quite a few Spider-Man comics already, but I still have a lot more, so I'll just get to my Web of Spider-Man comics now. I hope you enjoy it and find it relaxing. The first comic in my Web of Spider-Man collection is Web of Spider-Man number 11. That's WEFSPI-D-E-R-M-A-N. And like I said, it's issue number 11 from 1985. Marvel, of course, and released in February. So this is a pretty cool cover, I think, although you can't really tell what's going on. I mean, it doesn't give you any indication of what the issue is about, really. I still find it to be a pretty cool cover. One thing, it's a different looking issue, or a different looking cover than I usually see. The background looks, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but amateurish, or maybe that's the wrong word. Unpolished, I think, is better, because you can see a lot of the penciling in the clouds here, but I like the way that looks, like unpolished. I don't know why I just like that look. So it's kind of, you don't usually see that on a Spider-Man cover, but that's interesting. It gives you a certain atmosphere, a certain feel, a certain darkness to it. I don't know, can't explain it. I get a certain emotional response when I see this cover, but I can't even really explain it. And then you have Spider-Man in the black Spidey costume, and he's swinging, and looks maybe he's coming through a window or something. Or no, this is a building. Anyways, he's swinging. That's the important part. And he looks very serious, like something's about to happen, or he's about to kick somebody's butt. And as always, oh, I forgot to say the cover price today. I don't know if I said it's 95 cents. 95 cents. But anyways, as always, I read these comics a long time ago, so I have no idea. I don't remember what they're about, and I probably won't remember half the characters that are on the cover. But I'll just give you my impressions of how much I like the cover, I guess, or how cool the cover is. Alright, next up is Web of Spider-Man number 12. And it is from March 1985. It is 75 cents. That's weird. Why did the price drop? I don't know. In the UK it was 40 pence, and Canadian it's 95 cents. And it's from March. I guess maybe on the other cover that was the Canadian price. I don't know. Anyway, so on this one we see Spider-Man outside of a building, and we see Mary Jane. I don't know if they're married yet or not, but anyways, either his wife or his girlfriend, Mary Jane. She's coming in the apartment, and she says, Peter Parker, hope you're not asleep, Tiger, 'cause Mesmerize and Mary Jane's gonna drag you out of your room and make you have some fun tonight, even if it kills me. So nothing wrong there, except you see some dude behind the door with a gun, a rifle of some sort, and he looks pretty mean. Actually, it looks like a Punisher. I don't think it is, but it looks all like him. Can't remember. So that's an interesting cover. I like the way they drew Spider-Man. I like the way they drew this dude, whether he's a Punisher or not. I can't remember. I don't know how I feel about this black strip over here, but still, a pretty cool looking cover. I'll accept it. It passes. Okay. This is Web of Spider-Man number 15 from June. Looks like it says 1986. 75 cents. UK 40 pence. And Canada 95 cents. And here we see this dude here with the goggles and some kind of laser shooting device. And it says, and now, Chance. So this guy's name is actually Chance, I guess. I don't remember anything about him, to be honest. And you see Spider-Man in his original blue and red in the reflection of the guy's goggles. Not a bad cover as well. I like the expression on his face. It looks pretty mean, but pretty. It looks like he's enjoying himself, you know. And Spider-Man's like, no, wait, stop. It looks like he's about to get blasted and he's kind of worried, but so it makes you want to find out what happens. That's what I'm talking about when a cover like this, very simple, yet you know, okay, it's this guy named Chance and he's in a conflict with Spider-Man, so that's enough to get you interested somewhat. It's not just a random cover, you know. Okay, Web of Spider-Man with the spider hanging down there. It is issue number 19 from October 1986. Nothing changed in the price. And this is an action-packed cover introducing Humbug. Humbug. H-U-M-B-U-G! Exclamation. The most offbeat Spidey villain yet. So it's the first appearance, I guess, of this guy. Oh, the first appearance in this. Oh no, it's just introducing, so yeah, it's his first appearance. And he's wearing kind of a goofy looking costume. He has these antennas, HB on his forehead for a humbug. I'm not sure what that does. It looks like tiny MP3 players. Obviously it's not, but it didn't exist. And he's using some kind of power against old Spidey here. He's got the black costume again. And this guy, another debut. Also the deadly debut of the man called Solo. Solo like Han Solo. Well, it doesn't look like Han Solo, but his gun looks like Han Solo's blaster, to be honest. Actually looks more like Daredevil. And it says, the sound that kills. So I guess he uses some kind of sound wave technology. And that's, I guess, why he has the MP3 players. Looks pretty modern, actually. But it's obviously some kind of cassette Walkman player or something. He should have had a partner called Ba, so you can say Ba Humbug. Get it? Okay, that was a bad joke. That would be silly, but calling a character Humbug is perfectly fine. this is Web of Spider-Man, issue number 20. And 1986 from November. No change in the cover price. And we see this big circular face of Spider-Man. And it looks like his Spidey signal that he uses sometimes, or used to use a lot. Well, I don't know about a lot, but. And you see different comic book characters on the outside, including himself. I wish I could name each one, I probably can't, but you see some of the favorites: Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, Fantastic Four, Thor, Scarlet Witch, Vision. So I don't know, the cover's alright, I guess. Not sure why all these characters are on the outside. Is this some kind of like anniversary issue or something? Well, it's the 20th issue, so I don't know if those characters actually make an appearance. This is Web of Spider-Man, issue number 31, October 1987. And I'm surprised the prices still haven't changed. They usually go up pretty often. And this is the beginning this issue, a special 6-part saga. And I noticed with the remaining issues, there's so many 6-part or 3-part or 2-part sagas or whatever. So many of them. I don't have any of them complete, but anyway. So this cover we see poor old Spidey. Looks like he's on a rooftop and he's caught in his net and he's leaning back, potentially about to fall off. Not that it's really a problem for Spider-Man falling off a roof, he can deal with it. And there's this rifle pointing at him. And it's part 1, the coffin. So I can only assume that this is Craven, the character off screen that you can't see him. So, because he's a hunter, right, and he's got a gun and the net and everything. He's a rival of Spider-Man, so arch enemy. Not a bad cover. Again, I don't know about the green strip at the top here, but it makes you want to see how Spidey's going to get out of that situation, so that makes a pretty good cover in my book. Now that's a freaky cover. Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man. Again, beginning this issue, a special 3-part adventure. And it is issue number 33. 1987. Price remains the same, and the month was December. And what do we see here? We see this very creepy looking, looks like Spider-Man, but kind of looks like a demon. And there's some figures of a woman. Looks like a woman from the past. And it says, "What's the matter with Mom?" Or "What's the matter with my mom?" It's kind of weird how they did that, but there's the question mark. So I don't know what's going on that cover, but it's really cool. Again, that makes you think like, whoa, I gotta crack this thing open and see what happens. I'm confused. I need to figure it out because it looks pretty intense, whatever it is. And then there's, what is that? Well, I guess it's another picture of the lady, his mom. I don't know. Doesn't look like his mom, but somebody's mom. So yeah, I like that cover. I'll take it. this is super crinkly. Don't want to crinkle you too much. This is Web of Spider-Man, number 36. 36. And it is from March of 1987. No price change. And pretty action-packed cover. Looks like this dude here has got this woman hostage. And they're on some kind of scaffolding. Oh, that's Mary Jane, I guess. Because he says, Spider-Man says, oh no, that psycho's got my wife. And the psycho says, back off, bug, man, or I'll waste her. And it looks like something's happening, I don't know. Some kind of power. And it says, freak out in Times Square. So maybe his name is Freak Out, I don't know. And you have the big screen here, mirroring what's happening over here. Pretty decent cover. Not the best artwork on Spidey, but it's not bad. It's not bad. That's kind of a weird depiction of Mary Jane. Web of Spider-Man, number 38, from May of 1988. Now we finally got a price change. $1 US and $1.25 Canadian. Hey, they got rid of the spider hanging down. That's nice. I like that little spider. So here we see a familiar face. The Hobgoblin. And he says, I'm back. I'm looking pretty badass. And this is return number 753,000, I think. And one. And yeah, it says return of the Hobgoblin. So that is a really cool cover. Simple, effective. You know what it's about to some degree, enough to make you interested. So again, it's kind of things I like. Sometimes I like super detailed covers. Sometimes I like simple stuff like this. Whatever works, you know. And I think this works. And speaking of super detailed covers, this is one of them. So it's Web of Spider-Man, number 40, from July of 1989, I think it says. And price is the same. So this is part 1, I guess, of Cult of Love. It says, can Spidey save Flash Thompson? Can Spidey and Flash Thompson save Betty Leeds from the Cult of Love? Romantic. So here we see Spider-Man crashing through the sky window thingy. Kind of like Batman, doing some Batman action. And all these, I guess, cult members with knives. Cult member. So quite a few cult members with knives. And he's got to save this dude. I guess, I don't know if that's Flash Thompson, but he's got to save his broskies and brosket. So I like that. I like the lighting. It looks like all blue, like it's dark. It's kind of cool. Again, different. Very detailed, but issues, like, you don't even need to read the issue. The cover tells you everything. So, another nice cover. Web of Spider-Man, number 44. It is from November of 1988. Okay, so that previous issue was 88, unless I put them in the wrong order, but anyway, price is the same, but now they have the UK price, 50 pence. And it says, beginning a 2-part crossover with The Incredible Hulk. And it says, they're armed and dangerous. They are Warzone. W A R Z O N E exclamation point. So they look like, I guess these are the Warzone dudes and dudettes. They look like reject G.I. Joe characters, which is not a bad thing because I like G.I. Joe, so they actually look kind of cool. Got this girl here with the flat top. She's got her swords and knives. Spidey's dodging that no problem. Got this guy with some kind of machine gun type thingy. No problem for Spidey. And this guy with some other kind of weapon. Spidey just webs that up. And then you have Bazooka Boy over here. Bazooka Joe. And he missed by a mile. What was he thinking? But this guy thinks he's, even though he missed, he thinks he's in a pretty good position. But he's about to get totally stomped by Incredible Hulk. And for some reason, Incredible Hulk is wearing a tuxedo. So that alone right there is enough to make me, buy the comic and want to read it. Like, why is the Hulk in a gray tuxedo? It's the Gray Hulk, but why is he in a tuxedo? I have to know. Like, right, even as we speak, I can't remember why. I feel like cracking this open and finding out. But I'll save that for another day. This is Web of Spider-Man, number 45 rather, sorry. And it is from December. I can't see the date on there, probably 88. And the price is the same. It says Victims of the Vulture. And there's the vulture. And I guess those are actual vultures. And those are victims, I suppose, and another victim. And Spider-Man's carrying this woman. And what is that symbol? Is that like an Air Force symbol or just a pilot symbol or something like that? I don't know. Could that be Thing's wife? Oh, what's his name? Is there a guy named like Robbie Robertson or something that works for the Daily Bugle? I don't know, I'm not sure. Just assuming. So yeah, it's a decent cover. Not too bad. A bit much with the sun and the rays, but it's pretty cool, I guess. Some of these issues I don't have the boards, just the bags. I gotta fix that. Okay, now we're going to a bit of a leap ahead here. This is Web of of Spider-Man, number 71, from December of 1990. So we skipped that a couple of years. Now we're in the 90s, the nasty 90s, where everything was about dude and attitude. So issue number 71, like I said, price is surprisingly the same. And oh, there goes my phone. The non-Spider Hulk guy. The non-Spider Hulk guy. Okay. And it's part 1 of 2, of course. And it says, can even Spider-Man help Dominic Fortune against his greatest challenge? So I guess that's Dominic Fortune. Gotta be honest, I don't remember who that is. But he looks like he's in a lot of distress. And Spidey's helping him walk, I guess, or maybe his back hurts. I don't know. Not a bad issue. Cover. The guy's expression on his face makes it work. Now this is an action-packed action cover. It doesn't get more action-packed than that. Well, actually it does, but this is Web of Spider-Man. I could barely read the title with all these things in the way. Issue number 73 from 1990. Price remains the same. And it is part 1 of 4, because of course it is. And it says art attack. Oh yeah, you're definitely attacking me with this artwork. So what is going on here? Let's try to analyze this. We have Spider-Man in an action pose as usual. And we have the Human Torch in action as well. And it looks like they're teamed up against these individuals here. And then this guy looks like Beast, but with a human head. This guy has kind of like a blob head. Looks like his head is kind of melting or something. Then we have this old guy with a, what do you call it, a sphere for a head. And then he has a woman's body, it looks like, so I don't know what's going on. Nothing wrong with that, just saying. Wondering what the story is here. And got some frightened people, and this lady looks like Aunt May. It says special surprise romance. This issue, special surprise scripter. Special surprise guest star. Well, it's not a surprise if he's on the cover. Special surprise inker. Cover inker. An extra special surprise guest appearance by one of the Uncanny X-Men. Okay, now that's a surprise. I don't know what it'll be. Plus a few special surprise cameo appearances. Wow, talking about trying to really sell this issue. And, oh yeah, these arrows are coming out of this guy's circular thingy here, and they seem to be piercing Spider-Man and not having any effect, so it's one of those covers where it's like, what is going on here? This is going to be one hell of a 4-part issue. Okay, Web of Spider-Man, issue number 76. Also, this is part 4 of 4 of Art Attack, the last one I just showed you. So that's cool. Just gotta get 2 more of them. So this is issue 76 from 1991, May. Price is the same. So Spidey busts loose something loose of something. I don't know what all that stuff is. If it's stone or glass or carbonate, I don't know. And you see the Thing, Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, Wario for some reason with a paintbrush, and not sure who that is. Guest starring the Fantastic Four. Hey, there's only 3 of them. What gives? And yeah, not the greatest cover. I mean, this is kind of cool, but Spidey looks a little bit off. Like his head just looks kind of weird. A little bit amateurish, but oh well, you can't win them all, you know. This is Web of Spider-Man number 83. And it is from December of 1991. Looks like the UK price increased to 55 pence, but the US and Canadian prices remain the same. And that's a pretty cool cover. Enter Hypertron 1.0. So does that mean it's his debut? And it says, is he Spider-Man's greatest foe, best friend, or both? Pretty common, I guess, thing to have on a cover, friend or foe. So yeah, this Hypertron 1.0 dude, I think is related to Matt Hardy, and he's just flying in. Looks pretty cool. I like the look of it, and I don't know if he's a robot or that's some kind of Iron Man costume. I'm guessing it's a costume. Armor. And Spider-Man's like, whoa, where'd that guy come from? So it looks like it can be a challenge for Spider-Man. I want to reread this one, like the cover. Web of Spider-Man, issue number 89 from June 1992. And the US price, I think, is at the same. I lost track, I'll just say it from scratch. So the US price is $125, Canadian is $150, and wow, UK is 85 pence. How did it jump that much? I don't know. The grand finale to The Name of the Rose. And it's featuring the new Kingpin and the new Blood Rose. What happened to the old Kingpin? Did he die? Is this his son, I think? Those look a little bit different, but not really. So that is a cool cover. I like that. You see the Kingpin's head over here. Kind of looks like Paul Heyman, doesn't it? And this guy, Blood Rose, he looks like a G.I. Joe character, actually. I like the way, I like that costume. Spider-Man's going after him big time. In the name of justice, they'll kill anybody. Also, he's kind of like, what's his face there? Punisher. Cool cover. I like that. Especially for a newer, well, for me, I consider anything, you know, beyond 1990, 91 to be newer Spider-Man. That shows you how old I am, but it's good cover for this era, I think. Yeah, I'm being pretty impressed by most of the covers I'm seeing today. That's good. I guess you can tell I'm a Spider-Man fanboy. Web of Spider-Man 96 from 1992 January. Price the same. of Venom Part 3. Guest starring Ghost Rider John Blaze and Venom. And it's an alright cover. Venom there leaping into action, Spider-Man swinging into action, and Ghost Rider riding into action. It's got a different art style, which is I don't prefer this art style, but I kind of like seeing it once in a while on covers. It makes it seem different, gives it a different feel. And I usually associate this art style with Ghost Rider, oddly enough. I don't know if that was his thing or something, but anyways, nice cover. 30th anniversary of Spider-Man, really. 1962 to 1992. Amazing. If I could do math, I'd calculate what anniversary we're at now, but you know, I can't do math, so. Not in my head, anyways. Yeah, what happened? Looks like my board is getting messed up. Anyway. Now this cover here is pretty intense. And it's very crinkly too. Crinkly. It is Web of Spider-Man number 103 from 1993. And it is Maximum Carnage, part 10 of 14. I only have a few Maximum Carnage issues. It was a storyline that I think crossed over between the different Spider-Man books. Obviously involving Carnage, Venom, and Spider-Man. I've never collected the whole thing, but I'd love to collect it all and review it for you guys. That'd be amazing. But one day. So there's Spider-Man in a precarious position here. There is Carnage, or say you pronounce it Carnage to be fancy, but nobody pronounces it like that. Don't do that. And he's got his claws here, about to put the hurt on Spider-Man. And looks like he's holding up Venom too. And Venom has his tongue sticking out. And you got all the Carnage juices, whatever you want to call it, flowing everywhere. Action-packed cover, really well done. Maybe I have to take back what I said, that the covers during this era weren't that good, because this is a really well done one. Although Spider-Man looks a bit off, kind of looks like the Todd McFarlane, how you say it, style of Spider-Man, which I don't know if I like or not, but well done. Inside Venom at the mercy of Carnage. That's cool. That is really cool. So that was the last of the regular Web of Spider-Man, but I have Web of Spider-Man annuals. So these are the issues that get released annually. And this is number 2, but to be honest, when I bought it, I actually thought it was a Web of Spider-Man number 2, not the second annual. And I was like, oh man, I can't believe it. And now when I got home, I'm like, oh wait, it's just the annual, which is good too, right? There's nothing wrong with an annual, but it's not the same as, I'd rather have the Web of Spider-Man comic number 2, but anyway. So it is from 1985, and the price is $125 US, UK 40 pence, and Canada $150. Oh, yours says 1986, so I guess it's from 1986. And then, yeah, so you see this building here, and you got Spider-Man on the building in his black costume, and the Spidey signal, which doesn't really make sense for the Spidey signal to be there because he's on the wall. How could he be projecting it here? I don't know, whatever. Pretty interesting looking cover. It's similar to the first issue I showed you of the first issue I showed you today. In that, I don't know the back. Well, not really similar to that, I guess. There's not something different about this cover. I don't know what it is. Doesn't look like your typical cover, especially the artwork on the building or something. It's more detailed or something. I don't know. I can't describe it, but it's cool. I like it. And it's giant sized. I think the annuals are usually large, like mini pages. And then the final issue for today is Web of Spider-Man Giant Sized Annual number 3 from 1987. Cover price $125, $175, and 40 pence. This is a nice, clean-looking cover. Got Spidey in the black and white, black and white. Nice white background. You got the spider going across this way, and you got all these broskis and broskets and villains in the background. And it says special issue. Everything you ever wanted to know about Spider-Man and much, much more. So I think this might be just like an overview of his history or something like that, which is kind of cool. Maybe I'll take a look at that with you guys in a future episode. Anyway, that does it for this issue, or this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I do have more Web of Spider-Man comics somewhere. Not much more, but I do have some more. So I'll get to those eventually, but that's all for today. So anyways, hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I'll see you next time.